What up, Bugles? We want to welcome you to annual Christmas Comics Bugle Talk, and this is actually second one. So, welcome.
Hi
Hi
guys.
guys.
This is the
Synchronization.
okay. This is Squeto. This is Robo. You all know them. This is the owners of our beloved Comics Bugle eShop. I am Big Lou, your face of this eShop, your YouTube guy, and here we are with our like I said before, annual Christmas Comics Bugle talk, and classically we will check best top 5 releases of these years, only new prints, and we will talk about comics book topics. So, we also get a lot of questions from you, Bugles, and we will answer them. So, let's start. Okay, first question, what is here is from Bugle name Oixtery, and this is the good question. I'm really looking forward to what your answers will be. So, top best memorable punches shown up in comic book pages. Okay, I might say we can a little bit generalize this, and we can talk about best comic book fights. What do you think?
Oh,
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu himself.
uh, last month I read Batman and Robin Adventures Omnibus, and there is a lot of big bang. And when I remember good, when I was young, I was looking in TV the shows with the actor West,
Adam West.
Adam
Yes.
West, rest in peace, Adam. And there was a lot of big bang punches,
Pow!
pow. So when I hear best punches, I remember my youth and fight with Batman versus Two Face, Egghead, and so on with Penguin. So that's for me number one till today.
Okay. You, Cueto, you have some best fight or best memorable punch specifically in a comic book or manga?
I got nothing.
You
No. When I thought about this, can I add something from the movies?
yes, of course.
No, I don't. I have nothing.
Yes, yes.
No, I think it was from the Kick-Ass movie.
Yes.
I think it was his his first fight
Oh.
after he got the costume on and his first hero stuff and something. He has
He has his
that
ass
one.
kicked.
Ass kicked very very well. So that was it was funny. It was kind of brutal, and I didn't expect it.
By the way, fun fact about this fight, maybe
It was real.
kind of not that one, but when the Kick-Ass comic book was released, one of the promo action and like promo video was the real life video footage of this fight. Not this specifically, but
Yeah.
with some amateur actors, was released in the YouTube, and there was like, this is the real life superhero, and they created MySpace for him, like Mark Miller do this, and there was like a post like, oh, Mark Miller and John Romita Jr. Doing a comic book about me, and that was kind of good and funny and originally promo stuff. So this video is still in YouTube, and in a video what I done here for YouTube.
Miller
Yes, Miller World video. I talk about it, and there is actually this footage in this video. So check it out here in our channel.
Here.
Here.
When you are speaking about Miller World, I was reading the big game. It was coming to my mind now when the Liberty edition,
Yes.
Wanted and Big Game,
Beautiful edition.
beautiful
Yes.
edition. There was a big fight. Also memorable.
Don't give me any spoilers.
I don't spoil, but it's everybody
Just tell who wins.
who loved Wanted, Kick-Ass movies need to see the closure of this whole saga in this book.
Yes, like the big game is like all these Miller World comic books tied up to one event.
One conclusion.
Yes, yes.
Final conclusion.
Final conclusion.
Yes,
Yes.
Miller actually like cleaning the house in this miniseries. I read the first few issues in single issues, and right now I have this library edition at home. I didn't unseal it yet, but I'm looking forward to it because I like the Miller work. Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Home.
Yes, do it.
Do it.
And for me, okay. Cueto was going to take the library edition. He will show it to you, and till Cueto find it here in a warehouse. Yes, we're in a warehouse, by the way. So this is the new space for us. This is it. Show them the. Yes, this is the Wanted big game, really good miniseries. Wanted is also, like you said, the movie with Angelina Jolie. By my opinion, not so much good movie, but the comic book is
Better.
best.
But it was good at the time.
Yes, it was. Fun fact: it was actually one of my first comic books, which I buy when I started collecting.
Me also.
When I started collecting, I was in one Prague bookstore. I was asked the guy there. I want some adult stuff. I want some adult superhero stuff, and he pointed me out to Wanted and Ultimates. I buy the two books, and it was good. It was really good. And my best memorable punches or fight, what comes to my mind is the opening fight from Batman Endgame by Scott Snyder. I really loved it when this Jokerized Flash, Jokerized Wonder Woman, Jokerized Superman, all of them was teaming up against Batman, and it was big and epic, and I still have a goosebump when I read this fight. So that's for me.
Okay.
And after every question or several questions, we will pick one of the top 5 comic books here, and we agreed as a number 5 of the best new prints of the 2024 is Justice League Dark. Justice League Dark is the really great magic story about the cost of magic. James Tynion and Ram Wee, they done a great job. It have a great storytelling. It have a great roster of Justice League Dark. There is Wonder Woman. There is Detective Chimp, which is super great character. There is a Constantine, of course, Zatana, and Swamp Thing, and it is really good. I was pleasantly surprised with this book, and also you can find close little video about this book here in our YouTube channel.
I think, sorry that I interrupt you, there is not so much good edition about Zatana. This character need to have greater care, I think.
Yes,
It has a paperback.
it's a paperback by Paul Dini, and this is like super.
Yes.
This is like
But
really great.
No hardcover.
No hardcover. This is like kind of compendium. I think
We have it here somewhere.
we have it here
I don't
somewhere. You can order it in a eShop. Do
It's
it.
not listed as a compendium, but it's like a thick paperback.
Yes, it is a thick paperback, and it is like the best Zatana story by my opinion.
We need Omnibus.
Yes, we need desperately.
Ideally in paperback.
No. Okay, let's check another question. It is from the Bugle with a name with the name Marwin Marblessart. I hope I read it correctly.
Marble sword.
Marblessart. Okay, do you own any comics you never finished or never even started? I will start. Yes,
Very good
a
question.
lot of them.
Like 80% of my library.
Yes, me too.
I don't know about you, but for me, like when an Omnibus is released, there is a lot of time the thing I read already this run before in maybe single issues, maybe TPBs or hardcovers.
Lucky bastard.
So
You have no children.
yes, I don't have. And for example, Infinity Crisis, I read this even with all tie-ins several times, and I still have it like for 2 or 3 years in my this omnibus in a shelf, and it's unsealed till now. What about you? Do you have some specific widgets like this?
For,
Can we count how many of of them are sealed?
there's too few.
I think we both have home libraries like something like this, similar. Maybe a little bit more huge, much bigger. But I think 70-80% are still sealed. I don't open my books until I'm going to read them.
Yes.
And I don't have much time, that much for read. But when I do, I read sometimes. But
What
I
about
think-
you, Rob?
I think no, very very much. I have unread it or just in my library.
For show.
Not for just show. I think there are two different hobbies in the comic book hobby. Collecting and reading.
Yes.
There are two different hobbies.
Yeah.
Maybe some
Overlap.
people, some people have both. Some people just reading and selling, and
Some people have
just
both of them.
holding. Yeah. But I very much love to own them.
Yes.
And when comes the time, I want to read something, and I watched a movie, and I'm very hyped about it. I like to pick the book, open, and start reading. And that's why I have a lot of books at home. I want in the future, maybe for my pension time or something. But
It's very near.
yeah.
Utopia.
And about the second part of the question, that I never finished the comic book, and I think I will never finish it. I'm a completionist. I finished some Uncanny X-Force from Remender.
Hmm?
I didn't like it at all.
Really?
I finished it.
Oh.
I didn't have much read about X-Men in the past. I don't know them as a. I know them from the movies.
Yes.
And I know about their history, but I didn't read the comics books that much.
Yeah.
I'm just the SpiderMan guy, etc. Punisher. Not much
X-Men.
fan about the group of lot of people.
Yes, like team
Team-ups.
ups,
Yeah,
not
team
things.
ups.
Yes.
I like
Terminator.
of about one, maybe just two characters and the relationship between them. And but I read it.
What?
Then I have a
X-Force.
Uh-huh.
Uncanny X-Force. But then it was the Loki Omnibus.
Yes.
Journey to the Mystery.
Yeah, you actually talk about it in the last Christmas video.
Yeah. But I think that is the Omnibus. I was pretty hyped about it. It's from GILLEN. Very good reviews. Very good. It's good. And I didn't like it. I read some like 5, 6, 7 issues, and
And you drop it.
I have to. I
When you talk about the books where you didn't finish, I need to confess. With me, it is a Nova Omnibus, Richard Rider. I actually like that book. I actually really like that book. I read it because of the video making purposes. Because we have a video here in our channel about it, but maybe last 3 or 2 issues I didn't finish because I need to read something else for the video making purposes, and that there was like some clash with the Fantastic Four, and I never come back for this. But I guess I need to correct it, need to make it right and finish it. What about you, Rob?
you have 20 minutes.
Oh. What was the question?
Question is if you have some unsealed books or some books would you start and never finished.
I have a lot of unsealed books. I have books which I start and leave. That's true.
Leave.
That's
But the Priest-
I spoke about it
In the
last
last
time.
video, yeah.
That's talk by Priest, for example. It was Spain. Then Age of Apocalypse. I didn't like. Now I read. What was it? Trigun Maximum.
Yes.
I don't like it. The
Second volume.
all volumes. The story is good, but the art is not for me. It's total chaotic, and I don't like it. When I compare it to other mangas like Berserk or Blade of Immortal or Hellsing, I don't know. That was clearly painted. You saw what happening, but in Tegan it's total mess. So I don't like it. And yes, I have a lot of unsealed books. It's like Veto said, when I have a feeling, now I want to read something from Green Lantern, Heart or Green Arrow, like the new Omnibus. When I have the mood, I will open it. But I'm a little bit hoarder. I want everything,
Like all of us.
like all of us, because everything goes sold very quickly.
We have we have this FOMO around us.
FOMO, yes, and we see
Sometimes it's real.
Sometimes, but
in the last
only a few times.
in the last time we didn't see that with Kveto, or the DM versions of comic omnibuses are going like so.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
game covers.
in the DM covers, so better to have it in my collection and read it later, because I don't also have much time. Like look and search for it in the future.
And pay over the cover price. Yes.
Exactly.
Better rather have it and never read it.
Yes.
Yes.
But
Like don't have it and
and
want
I
to
want
read
to
it.
read it.
Like never have it and don't have it.
Oh, you a wise guy, huh?
New meme. Better don't have it like don't have it. Yeah, very true, very true.
Okay.
What was the question?
The question is, that is something where I pop in my mind right now. What are more focused on, art or story? Because, by my opinion, I can go through the good story with a bad art, but I can go with a garbage story with a excellent art. What about you?
For me, I like the 90s and 80s omnibuses. Like now, and you also reading the Hellblazer omnibus.
Yes.
And the art is not so like the top now Batman omnibuses, like is everything so shiny, good. There is the art is
It is not the mainstream art.
no,
Yes.
but the story is crazy and dark. So I
Yes.
prefer the dark story upon the art.
Yes,
For
of
me.
course.
Because I read a lot of later Batman hardcovers and omnibuses. The art was super, but the story was very shallow. So for me, like this.
So, story first,
Story, of
art,
course.
art second place.
Yes.
What about you, Kveto?
I think I can forgive. I can forgive that
Me.
the art every day. But that's an off topic. I can forgive a bad art for a good story. But-
So we have it the
Yeah,
same.
yeah,
yes.
not vice versa, but I think McFarlane has a very good quote about this. I don't know it from the exact words, but I think he said something about I can,
Je.
je,
Okay, so repeat after me. Je.
Je?
that. I can sell you a comic book that was drawn by Picasso and written by my mom, but I can sell you a comic book that was written by Stephen King, but drawn by my kid.
Huh?
And
That is the truth.
That's the truth. Yeah.
Like when you are in comic store, first you was looking at is the cover, like the
Like a cover and the art,
Yes.
etc. If it's a badass, it's if it's the baddest art, like 90s, where
oh,
where
1990s.
McFarlane speak. For my opinion, it's my nostalgia. But let's be clear, McFarlane SpiderMan wasn't so good about the.
Spawn also.
But also, yeah. The art was awesome.
Yes.
Art was awesome. Action
Art,
was
art is
awesome.
also
The-
top notch.
yes, yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. The story
Story.
was mediocre, I think, but we all love it
Yes.
because of the art, because of the badass kick-ass
Yes.
fighting, etc., etc. So
Then all chains and things and fires and all.
yeah. Because if it's a very bad art, I won't read it. Yeah, if it's a very good art and a bad story, maybe I will read it. Maybe, but
If it,
I will give it an example. The Loki omnibus, the art was very good.
Hmm?
Art was very good, but I didn't like the story, so I dropped it.
But example from the other spectrum of this question is Jeff Lemire. He isn't so much great artist, by my opinion. His art isn't so
Specific.
it's specific, but his stories are super. Where they're full of nostalgia, full of emotion, full of like terrors, and it's like great. But if I don't have the knowledge about the qualities of Jeff Lemire, I wouldn't pick up these books. If I see, for example, Sweet Tooth art, I will never pick up it. Depends on the art, but I know Jeff Lemire is a great writer, so I check it out.
Mhm.
But if it will be like some comic book with a unknown writer, like maybe this unknown for me, and there will be some not good art, I wouldn't maybe check it out.
I don't know. I picked up Gideon Falls because of the art.
Yes, but he drew it actually. He drew Gideon Falls
I don't know.
I don't know.
because that's the thing about Lemire. He didn't draw so much now. In the start, like Sweet Tooth, yes,
Okay.
he do it.
You got me here. I don't know if it's if he draws or not, but I like the art because it was simple. But I think yes, no, scratch it. He didn't do it because I remember there was some in bonus material, some arts from him, and it was different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. My fault.
One thing about the art, now I am reading, my beta reading is The Den from Richard Corben.
Hmm.
The art is brutal. I love it because
It's 80s or something.
it's heavy metal art.
It is like heavy metal covers of albums. Yes,
Naked people.
like for Frashetta or
Yes, it's like surreal world. Naked people, naked woman with big eyes.
breast,
Big eyes,
Big eyes.
big eyes. The story is for me so mediocre. It's not so something special, something scientific or something. Guy goes naked with his ding dong and he kills everybody.
With his ding dong.
And there are a lot of girls. Everybody is naked and
With ding dongs.
no. And-
Why not?
This is a Thai version,
and every
Pink version.
but
my favorite thing there is every girl there has big eyes and he goes to the fantasy world and he's killing everybody. The girls love him and
every panel
And-
it's like Manowar cover album.
yes, Manwar, yes,
yeah.
it's the heavy metal. It's a beautiful art with not so good story for me, but I love what's come next. Yes.
The page turn. Okay.
Okay, so these questions are answered. So now let's talk about Omnibus number 4 of the best new releases of 2024, and I think we like acknowledge the best is one of the and maybe most awaited release of this year, DC
Most hyped.
versus DC versus Marvel Omnibus. And yes, this is a great book. Here it is, George Perez cover. There's the pure nostalgia. Also, we have a video here about it. There is the several stories, like Batman versus Punisher, Batman versus Daredevil, Spider-Man versus Superman, which I was really surprised how fun it is. There's like first this crossover about them, and this
Don't
omnibus.
spoil. Don't spoil.
Okay, and this book is actually one of them which FOMO is real, because like you know the best, they're out of prints. DM is out of print like right now.
Both cars.
Both covers are out of print right now. So I hope
There should be a second batch from the printer.
okay.
Uh,
You Bugles, you didn't have it already. Stay tuned because
They have it. They sure have it.
sure have it. I
They
was
will have it.
I was really pleasantly surprised about this book. I was like, okay, this is gonna be like nostalgia grab, okay, but but that stories, not every is a masterpiece, of course, but every story have a something you can love about them, and there was the few what I was really pleasantly surprised, which I didn't see the coming. I'm gonna like them. Like for example, I know Silver Surfer and Superman story. I'm not a big fan of Silver Surfer, never was, and I enjoyed it like really a lot. It was a super fun story.
You like Galactus more.
Yes, of
Mm,
course.
mm.
Boss, and here's Silver Surfer.
Guys, and stay tuned for the Amalgam.
Yes, Amalgam will come on the end of the year, or maybe the start of the next year, and of course we're gonna have a closer look video about it, because there's an omnibus we should and we will talk about.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, next question is from Severi Heitala. Hi Severi. Your favorite comic book or manga story? We I think already answered this question in a previous video in a Christmas, so we will skip.
Kind of.
We'll skip this one for now, but check the video.
But
And
if I say for myself,
yes, you can, of course.
for him, favorite manga,
Hmm?
Berserk.
Berserk.
Easy, yeah. And favorite comic book character?
No story.
I'm sorry, favorite. So I will skip this. Okay.
So Berserk. You have a favorite manga?
No,
I think
I'm sorry. Favorite story, Criminal.
Criminal. Okay.
Favorite manga. I don't know if the H.P. Lovecraft. I don't know if it's manga.
But it is.
But it
actually.
is. It's a yes. This at the Mountains of Madness. For me this because I'm a huge Lovecraft fan and I didn't. I read it only in book, and now with the pictures I can finally
See the words.
see it.
Yeah, okay.
And for me, manga, like I said before, Vinland Saga or
Saga.
Spy Family. I really like Spy Family.
Oh, okay.
And
like
comic book
Rebirth.
story, Multiversity. I said it already in the last video. Okay, next question is from average comic book enjoyer, which is our friend Pete. Hi, Pete. And what is most exciting thing you have in your collection? Doesn't necessarily need to be the most expensive, but it's something you're particularly happy to have. Europe?
Oh no,
Europe. Like,
Europe.
yeah, Europe.
Free shipping in
Yeah,
Europe.
yeah.
Europe?
Shipping in you too.
Europe final countdown.
Yes.
For me, it's not a comic book. It's I collect also comic book statues, and for me, I finally got my hands on Menting from Sideshow, premium format. So it's a huge success because it was 350 pieces worldwide made. It's like 15 years old statue. So this is my momentarily is my grail.
Nice.
Grail. Yeah.
Grail. Yes.
Okay.
You quite off?
For me, it's not so expensive as the Sideshow statue, but it's Jason Aaron's Star Wars Omnibus
Oh,
because I have it signed by Jason Aaron and Palpatine and C-3PO's actors. So
that's
Yes.
pretty
quite a
interesting for me,
catch.
yeah.
Jan made Armit,
Yeah.
like Palpatine and C-3PO.
C3PO.
Sir C-3PO.
I have it also.
What a surprise!
Ooh.
For me, it is if we talk about the sign thing, it is Django Unchained comic book by Quentin Tarantino, which is drawn by Aram Guerra, and it is signed by Mr. Guerra, and also have a little bit sketch.
Very nice guy.
He's very nice guy. We met him in a Comic Con Prague 2 years ago, and he also done me some sketch of the character played by Christopher Waltz. No, it wasn't Christopher Waltz. What I'm saying, Jesus, I have a brain fart right now.
Glorious Bastards. You mean
He also was in a Inglorious
Brad
Bastards. No, Brad Pitt. Landa, the Nazi hunter.
that it was Volt.
It was Waltz. Yes,
Yes, it
yes,
was
yes,
Waltz.
it was Waltz. So,
It was he played it super. It
yes.
was crazy.
And if we talk about like nostalgia or sentimental value, I have there the Spider-Man Ghost Rider crossover masks in Czech language, which I have like really sentimental value because I talk about it in several videos. When I do something wrong, when I was kid, my mom take me this comic book and like shred it like punishment. So I after that I like buy it again and I have it still in my collection.
Not sure.
Not shredded.
Until you are bad again.
Until I'm back in again. Thank you, mom. Okay, so let's talk about top 5 and Omnibus number 3. We pick for Omnibus number 3 in this list, and it is the Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 4. We also have a closer look video here in our channels where when I talk about a little bit more about this book, so we can check it out. And I think we doesn't need to talk about this book so much because it's Ultimate Spider-Man by Bendis. It is good, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's finally completed in Omnibus series.
Yes, but I think there will be Volume 5.
That's, there are rumors.
There are rumors.
But-
Omar said he has some backup issues,
Yeah, but-
backup
But the
information.
story is completed.
Story is completed. Yes, you can have it.
With the
Dead of Spider.
final volume that we don't name
Yes,
because of spoilers. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Dead of Uncle Ben Omnibus.
Uncle Ben died.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. You can't eat rice anymore.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, let's move forward. We have here another question from Hanuke Sola. I hope I read it correct. And what were the first superhero comic you ever read? Europe?
Is Mickey Mouse a superhero?
No.
No.
I thought about it. No.
No. Okay. So first superhero comics, Asterix. No.
Oh, no.
Teenage.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, superhero.
Yeah.
Okay, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, very good.
Very good.
Ah,
You, Kweto?
Me too.
And actually, I guess me too. Or Spider-Man in the semi-Slovak
Yes.
single issues, which was released in Slovakia.
I don't think it was semi-Slovak, semic arts for me. It was the Krev.
Yeah,
The McFarlane run, I think it was.
from
Or
McFarlane,
before
there was
the
only
covers.
these masks, which I already mentioned.
Yeah.
Yes, but yes,
I remember an old French magazine called Pif. Maybe you remember it. It was
Yeah.
crazy, expensive a lot of years ago in our country, and there was something like Conan, but he was called Rahan.
yeah, I know Rahan.
Rahan,
Yes. I remember also the old Slovakian comic book magazine. It was called Comics Mix. I don't know if you remember.
No.
There was a Judge Dredd in there. There was a Nemesis. It was like really adult stories in there. And I was like 10 maybe at the time, and I was like, wow, this is cool.
You were adult then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, with a job, mortgage, and everything. Okay, let's move forward. And Esatuska asked us the question of 3 favorite comic characters, heroes or villains, doesn't matter. We talked about favorite comic book character in the last video, and we also picked you picked Spider-Man, I picked Batman. I think you also picked Green Lantern. I think
Green Lantern, yes.
you can check the video. But let's talk about all of them, like heroes and villains. So I will start. I will go also Batman, of course.
Yeah.
After that, Maker from Ultimate Universe, like Reed Richards from Ultimate Universe. I really love that
Okay.
character.
He has the insane, like it was a head, like or
Yes,
no,
hat.
no.
He have a hound because he have a deformed hat.
Mhm.
And last one, I think I would go with Magneto. Magneto
Yes, good choice.
is really good at villain.
Yeah, pretty mainstream. Yeah.
What about you, Quetta?
Yeah, Spidey, of course, for number one. Number two, Venom,
Yes.
and I'd like to say Carnage, but I won't. I don't know, maybe Green Goblin or Hobgoblin. It's kind of like both of them. I will say both of them.
So we are still in a Spider-Man world.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, pretty much.
Okay, you, Rob?
Joker,
Joker, of
of course. Then, of course, the
Bane.
Doctor or Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
Oh.
Oh, he's waiting.
Okay.
and
Yeah, wait.
and
I didn't think
then
about that. Yeah.
the crazy one, Dollmaker.
Dollmaker. Oh, yes, Dollmaker is a really good. When I think about, I will also need a mention, like honorable mention. Now from the
Oh, pretty recent.
Kate's
okay.
Venom run. There is by my opinion, best villain since Thanos in Marvel
Is the
Universe.
King of Black?
King in
Yes.
Black.
Yeah.
King
Yeah,
Black,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I didn't read it, but I saw it was in
Last
the
Venom movie.
in the movie. Yes.
Yeah,
Venom
yeah.
3, yeah.
Yes.
I didn't see the movie yet, but I will wait for Netflix or Disney Plus or something like that.
Mhm.
But it's not bad. It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like I liked all Venom movies. It wasn't like masterpiece, none of them, but I enjoyed them.
maybe the volume 2 wasn't so good.
Yeah.
It's the Venom 3 movie. What was the last one?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
I also
Guys,
Yeah,
go just go.
but it was
I will wait for streams.
Yeah.
it's a not so good movie.
Venom 2 wasn't so good.
A three. I mean three.
But Venom 3, it was good.
Yeah.
It's better than 2. It's not so good like volume 1, but it's really good and you will enjoy it.
Okay, I'm looking
It's
forward
full
to
of,
that.
it's full of fun.
Disney bring it
fun,
on.
not the violence, but fun action, and it's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And
it's funny.
Funny.
yeah.
Fun.
Tom Hardy is not funny.
Yeah. He's a cool guy. I like him. But volume 2 was like it wanted to be funny too much, but it wasn't
Uh-huh.
in the general. But Venom 3, it's a little low funny, but it's really good fun.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I like it. I like it.
So
very
is it funny or is it not funny?
much. It's fun to watch.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go.
Okay, so let's talk about reprints right now. Thanks. With reprints.
Salt and pepper.
Okay, so what is your favorite reprint of the last year, Cueto?
What was I thinking about? I think it was THOR by STRACZYNSKI.
Yes, Straczynski,
Yeah,
that is a really good choice because we finally get the whole story, like with Straczynski and Gillen, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Straczynski like ended his run and the story wasn't told whole. So Gillen picked it up after him, and finally we have it in a whole volume.
I think that there was an interesting behind story in there. I think Omar did mention it in videos for the details. Check Omar's video about
Yes, check Omar videos, check his channel on In My Condition.
it. Great guy. Great guy.
I think you all know
Know
his
him.
channel already. So nice pick. What about you, Ro?
For me, it was the Punisher from Jason Aaron. I read it in the first print and I read it also in the reprint because it's one of the Max
Yes.
Max
series.
So from adult readers,
other readers series. It's wonderful.
for me, it is a book which was a really long time my whale, and it is Batman Arkham Saga. I know it's not the best story wise book, but I want it for a long time, and finally, it's in my collection. So I'm really glad it was reprinted. Thank you. Yes. Okay, let's go to another question. It is Yuko Skine. I hope I read it correct. And top three comics genres. Okay,
Genres.
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 Genres. Okay, I will start. Okay, superhero. That is the like alpha and omega of a
Yes.
comic book. I go with sci-fi. And sci-fi and fantasy, I think, in comic book genre, like are also really heavy implied. There's like most of superhero comic book are sci-fis, and lots of them are also fantasy. If you
It's not real.
unfortunately no.
Oh,
And the number three is the horror story. I really love the horror stories.
Okay.
I think you
Uh,
will have it a little bit similar. So
yes, similar. Yeah, for me, I start with the horror stories because the superhero mainstream is okay for me, but it's quite a lot in the last time. So for I start with the horror because something like Harrow County
Mhm,
or the H.P. Lovecraft Mountains of Madness or things like this. Then manga
mhm.
because it's something new for me. I like it in the past, but now it's going to a little bit mainstream, and I'm looking forward for the next things to read. And of course, yes, Batman, superheroes. Because when I don't say the superheroes, then it will be for nothing because we all love the superheroes.
Yeah. And what about you, Kveto?
Oh, of course, superheroes too. I think it's number one pick for me. Superheroes, then crime,
Mhm.
and most Brubaker.
Brubaker crime
Brubaker
stories.
strips, yeah,
Yeah.
I love them both. And third, I go with sci-fi also because I love reading Star Wars comics.
Star Wars isn't sci-fi. Star Wars is space opera.
Okay, okay, it's the future.
Yeah, it is a space.
Yeah, okay, okay, but I love spaceships, etc.
Yeah.
And
So
the space, it's
Firefly,
in the
Star
space,
Wars,
yeah, in
this kind
space
of stuff.
itself, Firefly, Star Wars,
Star Trek?
no, 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 but Mass Effect, etc.
Yeah. Oh man, I love Mass Effect.
Yeah,
Mass Effect
yeah,
is so good.
one of my best games, all of.
Yeah, well, me
Yeah.
too. Okay. Oh, you go.
No, no, we don't talk
No,
about video games
no,
right
no,
now.
no, okay,
No,
okay,
no.
okay.
We don't have the time. No.
I didn't want to speak of video games.
But if you want,
You can check it in another 10 hours video.
yeah, we will do the live stream for Rob. Only talk about video games
Every Tuesday. Stay tuned.
every Tuesday,
24/7. Every
12,
Tuesday, 24/7.
12 hours. Okay. The Bugle with the name of Star Lord. Hi, Peter Quill. Uh, asked us who is the best draftsman. What is the draftsman actually?
I think it's artist.
I think it's actually, but I was prepared. The trainer of the Chicago Bulls who picked the Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, and Dennis Rodman in the one team. But okay, let's talk about artists right now.
I was thinking about the guy who drank the good beer.
Oh, also. Okay, so what is your favorite artist? Euro.
Budweiser.
Budweiser. Yeah, okay.
Okay, no. Artist is for me. I think Tinion.
Didn't do the draft? Really? No.
No,
no.
no, no, just no writer.
Artist.
Not
Artist.
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 Tyrion.
I don't know, guys. I love. I think Jack Kirby is for
Jack
me
Kirby.
is the alpha omega of everything. So
So true.
everything is starting and ending with him.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
You Queto?
I'm more of a recent guy, and
I know what you're gonna say.
and I will say Bugle.
Ah,
So I don't
surprise.
know. I was thinking you would say Todd McFarlane actually.
That's my top two.
Second one.
Yeah, it's the second one. But Bugle has more like cleaner
That's
art,
true. Mhm.
and with McFarlane there is very much to do, very things on the one page, and I love Bugle a little bit more. McFarlane is my like a nostalgic art,
Mhm.
but for these days it's Bugle. And
Okay.
my tattoo cover says it's also.
For me, okay, so Kirby also, yes. There is also Jim Lee. I love his art. Tim Sale is like the late Tim Sale is so good. And from the recent guys, Greg Capullo.
No,
Is
no, Tinian? No.
no, yeah. I don't know.
Greg
He's
Capullo,
doodles.
yes.
Greg Capullo, because Greg Capullo is for me like McFarlane, but yes, a little bit cleaner.
Yeah,
Like a little bit cleaner, and I love that corn cover which he did for Follow the Leader album.
And I told it also in the video with my dog, which will you see, guys, in the
Maybe
before or after
Later, a little bit later.
later. Richard Corben,
Mhm.
because
Because big eyes
big eyes,
and
yes,
noses.
and also
Okay, and we gonna talk about our omnibus number 2 from the top 5 omnibus new releases of the 2024, and we picked the Secret Six by Gail Simon Omnibus Volume 1. I don't know about you guys, but I was waiting really long for this
Yes.
book, and I'm so happy we already have it in our hands.
it was the first omnibus I read this year.
Yes, cool.
One of the few, because mostly I read only the deluxes from Image and I don't know, but this I wanted to read and I was super satisfied.
Yes, it was so good. It was one of my top 2 most awaited omnibuses of this year. Okay, so is it time we'll reach our friend Maddock from a Maddock YouTube channel, and we will talk with him a little bit, and he will also answer this question for you. So let's call him, right?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, right now we have a special guest right here, Maddock Comics from YouTube, our great friend. Hello, Maddock. We are really glad to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. I will ask you some question we was already answering before in this video, so uh we are looking forward to your takes. So, and also we'll ask you for the best books of this year for now. Okay, so the first question is uh kind of really good. It is the top best memorable punches shown up in comic book, maybe best memorable fights in comic books.
The best fights in comics, the one that's going to come to my mind, and literally nothing's coming close straight away, is going to be I even remember the exact issues. It's Invincible vs. Conquest between issues 61 and 64. The fact that this was supposed to be the aftermath to the Invincible War, and it was somehow longer than the actual event that it was the aftermath of, phenomenal. I've never seen chaos like that, destruction like that. Everything about that was phenomenal. That was my screensaver for so long, that bit where they both punched each other at the same time. So if you're asking for one memorable punch, that's going to be that's going to be the second best punch in all of comics. I just thought of another one on the spot, because do you remember in Garth Ennis's Punisher when he punched that polar bear for some reason?
yeah, in the
That's
zoo.
cool.
In the zoo.
That's the most shocking. I don't justify it. I don't think he had a like legal basis for punching a polar bear, but it's the most memorable punch I've seen in comics.
It
And
is.
Conquest is second.
It was the female villain, I suppose, or it was the Punisher himself.
The Punisher punched a polar bear for some reason.
It's Garth Ennis around, right?
Garden.
Yeah, I've got it next to me, and it's available from comicsbugle.com.
It is.
Yeah,
So if you want to see the Frank Castle punch a polar bear, there is a book. You can find it.
yeah,
That's a very niche Punisher reader, we have to admit. I can't find it.
because I remember there was a very nice after scene after that, and it was like a really memorable scene for me, because the bear did something to the female villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was that scene, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Welcome Back Frank storyline from the beginning. Yeah.
It was heavy.
Guys, to be clear, in making of this video, no
Animals.
no animals,
No bears, no animals, and no female villains was hurt.
So
Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you about like you know we have a top 5 of best new prints of omnibus books or books generally
Released this year.
released this year. So what is your number 5?
So number 5, I've got them down beside me, so I'm not like pretend I'm not on the camera if you see me duck down.
Yes, of course.
So number 5 for me,
Yes.
one that I felt was an inevitability. I think when I was looking at my top 5, it was more the ones that I'm really glad finally got printed and entered into my collection. Maybe I haven't read everything in it just yet, but I was just so happy that the book existed. Now, number 5 for me is Captain America by Mark Gruenwald, Volume 1. And you guys saved me this beautiful cover. This is the cover for this book. There was no other option for me with Wolverine fighting Captain America. I cannot believe that this took this long to get printed, but I'm so glad that it finally did, because there's so many classic Captain America stories in here, like all the stuff with the US agent. Even eventually we're going to get into Cap Wolf with it. And I am so glad this is finally in the omnibus format, and it looks like they're continuing with it at a rapid pace. So this is definitely number 5 for me. I'm just finally glad that they've started with this run.
Okay. Very nice pick. So now when Rob is back with us,
sorry guys.
You'll have to watch the replay for number 5.
Captain America, by
Grunwald, yeah, Volume 1.
Captain America killed polar bear.
Yeah,
Save the polar bear.
they have a romance together. Okay, the next question is: do you own any comic book you never finished or not even start?
Unsealed or something.
Unsealed book.
Unsealed, or something you started to read and it was so awful that you put it away.
Now, the thing is, I try and cultivate, so if there's a book that I could not really get behind, I normally, see if a friend wants it or something like that. So a lot of my collection is stuff that I love and want to go back and reread. But that's a great question. So I'm just going to do a little look around. We'll do one of those SpongeBob's a few moments later cutaway cards, but...
Few moments later, a few minutes later, a few inches later.
And it's a controversial one.
Okay.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. But it's World War Hulk. Because there are so many tie-ins that nothing happens in it.
Yeah.
So I read all the main issues, and this is when Marvel started making sure that the main event was at the beginning and the tie-ins were all at the back. So technically, I didn't finish this one because I read all the main issues of World War Hulk, and World War Hulk vs. X-Men was one that I really enjoyed. But the rest of it is just drivel. There is so much nothing happening in a world where the Hulk is ruling the world. But there is so many pages in this book.
Yes, I actually finished this one.
So
me also.
Pardon, sorry?
I read. Sorry, I read it also, but I don't know. The holograms are very. It's not for me because I read
Yeah.
also the Immortal Hulk.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is his favorite, but I didn't like it so much.
I love Immortal Hulk. Thanks to
Oh,
I start to be the Hulk fan.
yeah.
For real.
Have you read the Peter David run?
No.
That I read, and that is for me I think the best.
Yeah, I've got the last 2 volumes to read, I think, because started reading them before I really started making videos about every book I read. And I was like, one day I want to come back and do a full deep dive on that run. Does it stick the landing? Is it good till the end?
I read the first 2 or 3 books. I didn't. I think it's five issues now of the Omnibuses. The last 2 I didn't read. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it finished, but I think Hulk will survive.
Yeah.
More than anything or
Something
something.
tells me, yeah, he will survive.
But
I have to agree with you as well on Immortal Hulk. I'm very much on your side, Robert, with Immortal Hulk. I love the first 20 issues, and then just there was a lot of waiting around. Like, but I know it's beloved. I know we're in the minority when it comes to not being fans of Immortal Hulk.
Immortal Hulk wasn't the one that Kate.
No, it is all you win.
Yeah.
It was after.
Kate was
yeah,
after,
yeah,
yes.
Al Jung, yes, but Kate came after. Al Jung.
Follow up.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
yes. Okay, what is your omnibus number 4 of the new prints? The best one.
Number 4.
Do this.
Not technically an omnibus.
Yeah.
It's not technically an omnibus,
Okay.
but it's Wanted Library Edition.
We talk about it. We talk
Yeah.
We talk
Like,
about- yes.
I am a huge, huge Mark Miller apologies because some people do not like him. Yeah, there we go. Mark Miller fans unite. But I am just so glad that they're finally printing Mark Miller's books in a definitive collection. Like, give me Jupiter's Legacy, give me Kick-Ass, give me everything. This was my guy growing up.
I want Kick-Ass and big fat omnibus. Dave Lazivsky. Years.
Yeah.
I have that. The box set with the trade paperbacks, but I want a hardcover.
Yeah.
Fat big book.
But I don't know like you, but this Wanted Library Edition has sticky pages. They stick together. You had
Oh.
copy.
No, because which is colder, like my country or your country? Because I think that's something to do with the temperature.
No.
And it's really cold in the UK. It's like it's snowing at the minute for some reason.
We have snow here right now.
Oh, might be the same cloud.
I think it is because of the black color there.
Yeah,
So there's like stick the pages together.
the tinted pages. Yeah. Either way, as long as the pages are there, I'm just glad that they finally printed Mark Miller in that format.
Just stretch the spine.
Yeah, you have a more fun.
Yeah.
Not only the reading, but you not need to stretch the spines.
Yeah, it's a workout.
Okay, let's go to another question. It is what is the most exciting thing you have in your collection? Doesn't necessarily need to be the most expensive one, but something just make you particularly happy to have.
the way I hear that, I'm gonna have to show you. If I could just stand up and you can laugh at me Superman pajamas for a moment. Yeah. Just give me one moment. I'll get the thing for you.
Few moments later, a few minutes later, a few inches later.
Hopefully they didn't fall down there whilst I was getting some books. But so
Pokemon.
this is Criminal Deluxe Edition. We're all aware of it. But this is one of the only books that I've gladly double dipped on because my original printing of this, I bought this off Amazon like back in 2010 when I probably shouldn't have been reading Criminal because I was about 14. And the seller's name on Amazon said collectible. and it said, I'm Sean Felix. So I bought it, and then he messaged me, and he was like, do you want a sketch in the book? And I was like, are you meant to do that? Like, I don't draw in books that I'm selling someone. Didn't twig at all that it was the real Sean Phillips. And he sketched in the book for me.
Nice.
Ooh.
And he went above and beyond. Sean Phillips is like goated to me because I messaged him and I went, oh my God, I can't believe it's really you. Yeah, could you sketch in it? Because I went to a comic convention in a city quite close by that he was at, but his queue was so long and my dad was having none of it. He was not waiting for me to go into that queue. He didn't understand how much I wanted a Sean Phillips sketch because it was when he was doing Marvel Zombies. And I said, oh, I really wanted to see you at Birmingham Comic Con, but the queue was too long and you had like a panel or something, so I didn't get a zombie sketch. So he threw in a free zombie Spider-Man sketch. Yeah, he's just a great guy, Sean Phillips says. So I'm hoping he really gets paid well from that Amazon Prime TV show because he's been paying it forward for years.
Yeah. In the last Christmas video, I think I answered. There was a question, which writer and artist we would like to have the do a comic book about our lives. I said Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. That's the tandem. What I
Hopefully, it wouldn't be an orchid criminal. I'd read it.
We were just talking about the criminal series.
The TV show.
There's a TV show.
There isn't, but there should be. There is talk about this show for years.
They're filming it. Amazon Prime picked up the rights,
but it wasn't like done yet.
It's in the process of filming. Yes. Yeah, sorry, I've mixed my words up there.
Comic book series, and it is my top 3 lifetime.
It's so good.
Yes,
I want to go back to it. Reckless is great as well.
And read it again
for the first time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other comics, guys. We need to look to the future and I don't know, read the Flintstones or maybe something else.
but the last DC Comics Flintstones was like really good.
Mark Russell stuff.
Yes,
that made me cry.
Yes,
really.
Yes,
yeah,
really adult. And have his story. Like I was like, damn, this is so good.
Yeah, it's so good.
What is here?
Okay.
He's gonna go read it now.
Bring it.
Yeah. Okay, so what is your Omnibus number 3 in your top 5 this year?
Number 3 is what I think a lot of people's number 1 might be. But I felt like eventually this had to come back in print. There was no way it wouldn't. But it's DC versus Marvel. It's the fact that this omnibus exists is like baffling to me. I know it's been a bit of a trouble, like with like the print numbers and all that. We've got matching covers, yay!
Yes, I have the same cover also, and this was actually our number 4 in the list. Yes,
we were so close to getting one that was all lined up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Amalgam Omnibus as well. That one just looks great. But for years, people thought this wouldn't be a thing. Like the rights would just never work out. So the fact it's here, it has to be. But it has to be on the list. But 2 in my top 2, just about Pepe. Any other year that would have been number 1.
Okay, I'm going to ask you the questions which we skipped in this video because we already answered that in previous videos. But we have a year you as a host for the first time, so I'm going to ask you this question also. So, what is your favorite comic book or manga story, like the all-time favorite?
Well, I still have to deny that I'm a manga guy. I'm a closeted manga guy, mainly because I don't want my finances to hear that I've got another hobby. But my favorite comic series of all time That is a very, very big question. It's tricky because the two that come to mind would be The Walking Dead, because nothing's ever... I've never read a series that long, that quick, ever. And I don't think I ever will again. The pace on that was phenomenal. And just because of the journey of it, Why the Last Man is a very close contender for greatest of all time, but I feel like I have to put a superhero series in there as well. And it's tricky because there's so many good ones. But I think... Daredevil by Bendis. Daredevil by Bendis.
There's one great. Okay, another question. What were the first superhero comics you ever read?
It ties into my number 2 pick, but the first one I ever read that really made me go, okay, this is my hobby, Ultimate Spider-Man. I was 10 years old, and I saw it in the spinner rack. They had volume 1, and my 10-year-old brain thought it was Spider-Man issue 1, and I'd seen that, like, the first issue of Superman goes for millions now, and I was like, my comic shop is selling Spider-Man issue 1 for £10. I'm buying that and selling it for millions. Didn't know what a trade paperback was or anything, or that this was a completely different series of Spider-Man. But when I realized I wasn't going to be a millionaire off that book, I read it and I was like, this is what I've been missing in my life. And Ultimate Spider-Man was the one that just really got me into it. That and Superman Batman by Jeff Loeb.
Superman Batman by Jeff Loeb was so good.
Yeah, the Ed McGuinness art.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry they're going out and back, but I need to take care of the guys. I need to bring food.
We are hungry.
Don't apologize. Don't apologize.
Big prostate.
Yes, that's what.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, what is your favorite reprint of this year?
Favorite reprint of this year?
It would be Bond Hulk. Horrible Hulk.
For me, it's Thor by... Wait, this is the wrong one. Okay, we're doing a take 2.
Okay.
Reprint STRACZYNSKI, right?
Yeah, because it's an expanded...
One of the greatest reprints of this year.
Yeah, because I had the original printing of this 3 different times because I had that many issues with it, and then they reprinted this and expanded it. They put Siege into it and everything that I wanted, whereas this was one of those series that I was first buying in single issues, so to have it come round that now it's finally complete and...
how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and it's such an overlooked run because STRACZYNSKI just disappeared halfway through it. But now that they've actually finished that out, I think more people are going to see how good this is as a complete story. Like, it isn't just this great promise and then the original writer left. There is a great story here, and I was surprised that they pulled it out the bag this well with this. So I'm going with this.
Yeah, as we picked this as one of our favorite reprints also this year's. Okay, another
good
question.
choice.
What is your best draftsman or artist, or your favorite artist?
Favorite artist? It's a cliche, but I love Jim Lee. I am a huge Jim Lee fan. I did a documentary talking about his career through 5 books of his. And
right here.
Yeah, Jim Lee's top 5 notable works. I put months into that video for a 15-minute video. But yeah, Jim Lee, just the way he uses his line work, how it's detailed but not always overstuffed. Jim Lee is that good. He makes you buy books you know you don't like. Like
Jim Lee was one of the guys with the Jeff Lowe, which bring me to the collecting of comic books, because of the comic book, which brings me to collecting, like, for real. The comic book was the Batman hash.
Yeah.
I talk about it previous in videos, and yes, that was it. That was for me. I read the hash and I was like, damn, I'm gonna spend a lot of money on this one.
That Absolute Edition is phenomenal, but that was my first Absolute Edition as well. Was it the same for you?
I'm not a big fan of the absolutes myself, but like I like them, but their brawls aren't like greatest.
Because of
I have them.
Yeah.
I have them all.
Mm.
I'm a huge fan of Absolute Edition. I have all Batman, Superman, every Absolute Edition possible to have, but every time when I try to open, I don't just please spine hold it. But most of the time the spine
Doesn't.
doesn't.
I don't know
Oh.
what guys. My absolutes are in pristine condition.
Marvel doesn't have absolutes.
They are sealed.
They are sealed.
They are sealed.
Yes,
If you want your
Abs-
absolutes in pristine condition, don't read it.
absolutes are
You have
not
to
real.
buy Omnibus, read Omnibus, and buy Absolute.
Yes.
That should be on a T-shirt.
Yes.
So Omnibus, no.
Read Omnibus.
Read, collect Absolute.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe it's not a bad idea.
And buy both. That should be in the book.
Several times.
Yeah.
Buy to absolutes, read one and one to the shelf,
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the best possible option.
and also omnibus.
Okay, what is your best omnibus number 2?
So number 2. Some people might have already been able to guess it.
We didn't hear you right now.
Oh, I said some people might have been able to guess it when you asked me about my first comic. But for me, it was the fact that they finally wrapped up Ultimate Spider-Man in omnibus format. So this is volume 4. They did also bring out Death of Spider-Man this year.
Those points.
That book it doesn't have it in the name.
No.
Rob just now read the Ultimate series.
I'm on volume 3, so no.
Don't look at the titles then. Don't look at the titles.
Let's go to
Don't
Gwen Stacy.
But yeah, for me, I remember, like I said, this was my first series that got me into comics. And the fact that for years they only printed the first volume and then just never did the rest of the series. Like, I swear at one stage Marvel did have an agenda against Bendis, because Guardians of the Galaxy didn't get a volume 2 for a while. They didn't do a volume 2 of New Avengers, and they didn't do a volume 2 of Ultimate Spider-Man after they first printed it. So I was always a bit like, are they going to complete this series? Because I've kept my trade paperbacks just in case they didn't finish it. But now, finally, because they've bridged that gap, they've omnibusified the thing that got me into this hobby in the first place. And look at the symbiote cover. Like, you guys put this one aside for me because it's like, please, I need that cover. I need it. And you're gracious enough to do that for me. So I'm very grateful for that. But just look how beautiful this cover is.
Yes, I have that one also.
Yeah, it's so good.
It is.
Have you read the whole series?
I think I have all volumes with symbiote covers.
Yes, also
Yeah.
one on symbiote cover. Yes.
all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your top 3 comic books genres?
Top genres. Ooh.
Top 3?
Yes,
Obviously,
Okay.
obviously superheroes got be in there.
Yes,
I
super
think,
hero
like-
genre, yes.
Yeah, I think just we probably wouldn't have comics without that. Like, yeah, if you look before that, like the Fantastic Four, there was like Western comics and stuff like that, which is great, but I don't think that was enough to sustain the medium for as long as it has. So definitely going to put superhero in there. I think I'd put that as number 2, because I really like a good sci-fi comic.
Mhm.
Like, not necessarily superhero, but just something like Saga or pretty much anything from Image is what I'm trying to say.
It's like so good, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, sci-fi is Jodorowsky, Inkal.
Ooh, the humanoid stuff.
Yeah, Meta Barons.
Meta Barons.
Yeah. I still need to jump into the Meta Barons. That
Oh,
one I haven't.
Oh, you are here for treat, my God, my God.
No spoilers. If there's a book called The Death of the Meta Barons, don't tell me.
Number 3.
I think we will send it you Incal Volume 1 and we'll see what you'll say about it.
Okay, thank you. Number 1. I might have to go with crime. Like, I was going to go maybe romance because I love Strangers in Paradise, but I couldn't think of a second romance that I like in comics. So that's some untapped potential. But crime, just criminal, everything Ed Brubaker. Even like if you look at early Bendis, like Goldfish, and I know Powers was technically superhero, but it was more criminal investigation within a superhero world. So crime does a lot of heavy lifting for me. So I'm definitely putting that in my top 3 as well.
Sleeper Omnibus.
Yeah. Oh, that was so. I'm glad that got reprinted last year because that was the only thing missing for a while.
It was hard to find Omnibus, yes.
Mm.
Yes, it is.
I think it's already out of sale.
Out of print? Yeah, the OPs.
I'm not surprised.
A little bit, yeah. Low stock, very low stock at distributors. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to another question.
And was there a number 3?
The number 1 was sci-fi,
Crime.
number 2 was
Sci-fi.
superhero, and number 3 was crime. Yes?
Yeah, spot on.
All right, next question is, what are your favorite runs from Big 2 and why?
From the Big 2. So for me, the one that's immediately jumping out, I want to say something main universe. I don't just want to say Ultimate Spider-Man again, but I think... no, I'm going to behave on this one. But I think for me, I have to go with either Avengers by Bendis, like when he was doing New Avengers and just really just controlling all of Marvel before he did X-Men. And I still haven't forgot about that run. It traumatized me.
I bet you never will.
No, as long as it keeps getting views, then I'm fine with it traumatizing me. And I know it didn't end as well as it started, but Captain America by Ed Brubaker was just different. And it still hits different. It's so good.
Yes,
Or,
it is.
I'll do one from DC as well, because it's massively underrated. I still haven't read the full thing because it was very segmented when it was originally printed in trades. Jonah Hex by Justin Gray and Jimmy Palmiotti is ridiculously slept on. Like, I'm glad All-Star Western's getting an omnibus next year. Can everyone go and pre-order that so that I can get some Jonah Hex omnibuses from that duo?
I hope so.
Jonah Hex will have an omnibus. I did.
Jonah Hex
There
has
was?
one. Has
There's
one.
There was all omnibus.
Wild West Tales or something like that.
I think
I have one small, very small omnibus.
yes, but I think there was some announcement, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure now.
really.
Also,
That run hasn't been collected in omnibus, but All-Star Western, which is the unofficial
All-Star
Jonah Hex
Western.
series.
Paliotti, yes, was.
Yeah, next year that's coming. Next year, I am
Yeah.
doomed. I am doomed now. From
Yes,
DC alone.
DC doomed. We are all.
We are all next year will be our doom.
We all need a new room just for next year.
Yes, a new job for the next year.
Peanut. We are good. We are safe.
Yeah, we are. Okay, and what is your best omnibus of this year?
So for me, I said like with... Sorry if I'm cutting out again. I said with some of the books in my list that I thought they were inevitability when they were getting printed. You know, even DC vs. Marvel, I thought eventually they've got to sort the rights out. My number 1 pick, I just assumed was never getting an omnibus. I did not think that there was enough fanfare behind it, but I read this series when I was going through my Garth Ennis binge, and I had the weird trade paperbacks that for some reason didn't collect the full series, but now finally, they've done Hitman. They've done Hitman. Like, this, I always try to tell people that this is the DC book that you get the feeling DC didn't want to print, because Garth Ennis doesn't really tend to like traditional superheroes and stuff like that. So they just gave him a character that can sort of mock all of that in the best way possible. So I can't believe that they printed this, and it was almost going to be Secret Six by Gail Simone, because that was another one that I'm like, DC must be hacking me at this point because they're just printing books that I really want. But if they're going to do it, hack away. Hack away at me, DC. Challenge accepted. So that's my number 1 pick.
Nice pick, really nice pick.
Yes.
Okay, so the follow-up questions will also answer all of us because most of the bugles send us one question, but we have a one bugle, really curious bugle with a multiple questions. So we have it here in the end, and it is Alberto Black said.
Old Alberto.
Great
And
last name.
Alberto, shoot it out. Okay, what is your favorite story arc ever? We personally answered this question in the previous video, but we'll let you a space to tell us what is your favorite story arc ever. Not need to be collected in an omnibus format, but something would you just love.
I might try and put the spotlight on something that kind of got forgotten over the years, because there was a Joe Kelly Wildcat series. So do you know Wildcats that was started by Jim Lee?
Yes, some watch authority thing from the Wildcat.
Wildstorm. Yeah.
Wildstorm.
But then when they tried relaunching them and they didn't want them to look like 90s art, it was Joe Casey, sorry, not Joe Kelly. Joe Casey did a phenomenal run on Wildcats that was just this weird spy espionage thriller that was similar to like The Losers, a bit like Sleeper. And for some reason, it's just been forgotten over the years. And that to me is one of my favorite like story arcs, because it's just not being collected. So I could only count it as a story arc because they don't seem to treat it like a run. So that is definitely going to be my answer. It was like early 2000s, I think.
Yeah. I didn't read it. There's one.
Me too.
Actually,
Me neither.
Okay.
It's
Okay,
so good.
I'm gonna ask you the question which I get in from the Omnibus Cafe from our friends from Omnibus Cafe in the video from the when we was a YouTuber of month, and I'm
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. I'm really eager to know what your pick is. What is the what is your most wish omnibus to be done? It was never done before, but you will really love to have it. I tell there Air 2 by New 52 Air 2 Saga, which is like super good.
Yeah.
Really recommend it to everybody.
R2D2?
No, R2 and the Batgirl by Batgirl Cassandra Cain omnibus, like Kelly Paquette series.
Just after No Man's Land.
After No Man's Land, yes, exactly. So I'm really eager to know what your takes is. Queto, what is your take on this?
Right now, I'm really eager to get the Millerverse.
Worlds collected.
It don't have to be the omnibuses, but I like these library editions really much. And I saw there was many trade paperbacks and many stories to
tie in
and follows to the conclusion. And I want them in the library edition.
Me too. You're up?
I don't really need an omnibus right now, because everything I wanted is collected. But what I want and what I need is maybe you will allow, guys. I need more DuckTales. Uncle Scrooge collected in some big issues with everything possible, because this is my childhood, and I'm sorry to say that aloud here. I don't know why these guys are not so popular in Europe like in the US. In the Europe, we don't get the treatment like we should. We should get more. And
I love DuckTales also. It was my
childhood. It was all getaway for us to the comic books for all of us, because we are from the I said Eastern Europe country, and here we don't have like comic books. We have here DuckTales, we have there Mickey Mouse, well, like all these Disney
Teenage Turtles,
Teenage Mutant Turtles, and little bit of Conan, Transformers, Spider-Man, Batman, but really little bit of this. And after that, when we are a little bit older, so we get a comic books treatment right away with superhero comic books. But this Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, DuckTales was our gateway to the comic books. For me, yes,
Oh,
that was the
nice.
comic books for I ever read.
I have the first Mickey Mouse printed in Europe from 68. This is my
Nice.
one for my special items in my collection. So this is the thing which I miss, because okay, we can order some things from the Fantagraphics when we are lucky, because they don't ship to Europe. They
Because
are
the licensing.
because the licensing, yes, they are US and Canada only. So it's very hard to get some proper items of Disney to Europe.
That's a shame. Like, you think that kind of thing could just be available quite widely.
It's so classic. It is like essential for the comic book readers. It should be available.
Yes.
So, what is your like wish list book?
Chip and Dale.
I thought you meant that was mine. If you would have asked me this about 3 months ago, it would have been something like Red Lanterns by from the New 52. That's coming out. If you would have asked me a year ago, it would have been Hitman. That's come out. And I think I'm going to go with something that I don't think is going to come out, because it seems like DC's really ramping up their omnibuses. So I would have gone with something like Nightwing by Chuck Dixon, or Batgirl, no, Birds of Prey by Gail Simone. But I think we're going to get them eventually. DC seems to have really zeroed in. So for me, what I am going to choose is Matt Fraction's Invincible Iron Man. This is one of the most criminally underrated Marvel series of all time. And to me, it's one of the definitive Iron Man runs of all time. Because Iron Man, for as popular as he doesn't actually have a lot of go-to runs that you can look at. But this navigated Civil War, Secret Invasion, Dark Reign, and it just knocked it out the park at every single time. So Matt Fraction's Invincible Iron Man for me.
Nice pick.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, interesting.
Okay. So next favorite from Alberto was top 3 reads of 2023. I think we already answered this during this video.
Yes.
You also.
Yes.
So we will skip this one. Okay, this is the good question from Alberto. This is a really good question. Which comic book writer or artist would you like to have a few beers with? You can start.
I know, maybe not Alan Moore.
Yeah, he scares me so much, but I'd do it if he invited me, but he scares me. You just want somebody who's really cool, wouldn't you, as well? Like, for me, I think I know obviously he's fallen out of favor a bit recently, and he hasn't done as many books, but Donny Cates always just seemed like such a great guy. Like, he always just seemed like a right laugh. Or, no, actually, Mark Waid. I reckon I could talk to him for hours. Or Mark Miller. Any of the Marks. Just give me a Mark.
Any Mark at all.
Yeah, just... my dad's called Mark. Just give me him. I'm going to go with Mark Miller, because I imagine he would be a right laugh when he's drunk. And that's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alan Moore, I'd probably get into an argument and he'd put some kind of curse on me, and I kind of believe in all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Maybe a dark conversation.
What about Europe?
Oh, Alan Moore, like sport, because he's a spooky guy. I think
I don't want to go to beer with Alan Moore, because he's too spooky guy for
I
me.
want to go, and maybe I would try some of these Japanese manga creators, like the Berserk. There is.
But we can talk about also
Maybe
late guys, because
Yeah.
yes, there isn't like specification.
Okay,
Dead or alive,
okay, not with undead guys.
we can go with the
Undead guys.
Yeah, dead guys.
If you want
Not
to,
undead, hopefully.
if you want to, okay, but it's not possible anymore.
It's not possible anymore. But I would like to try the maker of Blade of Immortal. What is, I don't know his name.
But you want to meet him?
Yes, crazy stuff he's made in the collector editions. So maybe with him or Garth Ennis seems to be an interesting guy. Yes,
Guard Ennis seems like good at drinking
good
body.
drink. Yes,
Very good choice.
Yeah.
What about you, Queto?
Me? I think McFarlane.
Todd McFarlane?
Yeah,
Then
for me, it's he's a very good businessman. He knows
He can
how-
afford to pick up the tab.
yeah, and I don't know. But, every time I watch like an interview with him, he's very like motivator guy, and he knows how to speak and how to motivate, how to bring the best of the people from around him. Maybe just a little bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's in a different hobby. But yeah, I think it's a McFarlane for me.
good choice.
Great
Okay.
choice.
Mine is okay. From the live guys, which still live, is Grant Morrison, of course. I don't know if he drinks, but we can do some other stuff together. I'm for sure. But I think the great drinking buddy would be late legendary Jack Kirby. I think
Yeah.
the beers with him that will be something you will remember for the end of your life.
Yes.
He strikes me as a like Scotch whiskey guy. I don't think he'd. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't.
Drink something.
Yeah. I always like to try and guess what they drink.
Upstate guy.
If it's not absent, it's, okay.
Okay.
If I can pick any guy,
Any guy.
Stanley.
Stanley, of course, Stanley. But
Yeah.
no, Jack Kirby is for me the man. Stanley is the man, but
Yes.
Jack Kirby is
Okay.
Kirby. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last question. This is a good question. I'm really eager to know what your all answers is. Alberto, you kinky guy. Which comic book character you are most attracted physically? Queto?
It's obvious now. Like
Batman.
but
Juggernaut.
yeah,
Or Blob.
I thought about was Tomb Raider.
Lara Croft.
Lara Croft.
Okay.
It's not. Yeah, it was in comic book.
You this comic book, yes.
Yeah,
yeah. It's getting
Yes.
reprinted.
Only because of the art, not the story.
Somebody that will get a new treatment in the next year. I
Yes,
think.
yes. You, Medoc?
Oof. It's either Black Cat or Power Girl.
Power Girl.
You can tell I've got type.
There is a funny story about Power Girl, actually.
Yes, I know. I wanted to tell Power Girl also.
We can share. We're all friends.
There is the funny thing about Power Girls. There was like that that series that doesn't get a lot of attentions by editors,
So
and they in every issue make their eyes bigger, bigger until the point we know Power Girl right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it worked.
Okay, we already know your
Yes.
Batman. It's a little Batman.
No.
Okay, for me it's Nightwing. No.
Oh, great choice.
Hey, I'm a straight guy, but Nightwing.
It's cool.
He's the exception.
Right? But, if we go for the females, I don't know. I'm not really much to like cartoon characters to sexualize that, but
You asked the question.
but okay, Starfire.
Any hentai.
Starfire, yeah, Starfire is hot, and also I know Okay, I'm gonna go, she's barely legal. I'm don't want to talk about it people they cancel. Okay,
Okay.
Starfire.
Okay, so for me, just to say something, okay, for male is Punisher. Punisher is a cool guy who kills everybody, and girl maybe or Doctor Aphra. Doctor
Yeah,
Aphra for Stardust.
she's cute.
She's clever. She's cute.
Interesting.
She's crazy.
It's a good mix.
Okay.
Yes, there's good. There's good choice. Yes, actually.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I will smash them right now. Okay.
If we're throwing a guy in there, I'm choosing Conan.
Oh, Golden.
Yeah, like
Oh, Red Sonja. Yes, yes.
yeah, exactly. It's a gateway guy.
I will go also with Gwen Stacy. Gwen Stacy was like great pick for Peter. Me personally, I liked her a little bit better than Mary Jane, but I know the most fans like the Mary Jane Peter Parker
Yeah.
relationship more. But I was really down with Gwen Stacy and Peter.
Black Cat from the
But-
PlayStation. No. The Spidey PS5 game, Black Cat.
Yes, Black Cat was yes, that is true. Yes. Okay, there is all question, but okay, I'm not gonna lie. There is another question for Alberto, where we will answer it a little bit later without you because that is the questions focus more on the comics bugle. So we will leave it for
problem.
later. Okay, thank you very much, Manak, for your answers.
For your time.
For your time also. That was a really good talk.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, great. And do you have any questions for us?
Yes.
I do have one. If it's already been asked in the video, don't worry about it. But obviously, there's so many good books coming out next year, all of which you can pre-order from Comics Bugle and use code Woof Woof. But what would if you were being told that every omnibus was being cancelled, but you can save one that's already been solicited, what book from next year are you saving and why?
This question was in plan for a little bit later, but okay.
Oh, apologies.
That is cool. But because you will answer it also, so I will let you start.
It's that Red Lanterns omnibus. I cannot believe that's coming out. That is such an underrated run that I thought, similar to how you felt about Earth 2, I'm in the same boat as you. And hopefully, because they're doing stuff like that and Supergirl New 52, they do go back to realizing that the New 52 does have some gems in there, because I've always said the New 52 is my jam. I love it. It got me into DC Comics, so can't fault it at all. So Red Lanterns for me.
You, Cueto? What is the most awaited release of 2025 announced so far?
I go for Amazing Spider-Man volume 6.
The Silver Age stuff.
A bit surprised from you.
I'm a predictable guy, but I read all 5 volumes, and I'm waiting for the volume 6 so I can start the Roger Chen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Europe?
As you know, I'm a DC guy, so for me is the Suicide Squad from John Ostrander.
Oh, nice.
Very excited.
Nice. Okay, I was gonna say also Suicide Squad, but I have 2 other books in my mind. I was really a long time hoping for the Justice League by Scott Snyder Omnibus, because that run is really good, really good. And right now I just forget about the second one. No, the Nightwing by Tom Taylor, Volume 1 is announced right now. But
Oh, nice.
Tom Taylor's Nightwing run is superb. This is one of the greatest ongoing DC series of the last few years, and I'm really hyped about have it finally in collected edition in omnibus format.
That's my next review. I'm recording it like as we speak. Not now, like before now though. And that you're spot on. Like that is a phenomenal run that I think will only get better with time. Like the Bruno Redondo art, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, that art is worth the price of the book alone. But the story just completely tops it off. So that's a great pick. I forgot it was coming out.
Man, I almost cried with this issues when Alfred sent the letter after
Yeah.
we all know what
After
happened.
Tom King's
Tom
run.
King, right? Yes. So I was
A wedding.
I was almost in tears when I read it because my God, Tom Tyler just get that DC characters like not every writer really, like really few writers get them, like and I personally I never read anything Tom Tyler wrote which was bad. That his books are good, and that is the worst you can get from him. It's good, and
Yeah.
It's still good, eh?
his worst work is
It's still good. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
good.
I know.
Yes. So
Yeah,
I'm
he's
really
definitely.
Nightwing. Yes, I'm really looking forward to that book.
Great pick.
Okay,
Okay, great choices.
that is all questions what we have here. Thank you, Maddock, for your time and your answers. And
Thank you for having me.
We're really welcome. And you all, Bugles, give the like and subscribe to Maddock's channel.
Thank you.
If there are tons of awesome videos, like really awesome videos, we know you put a lot of work to your videos, so check them out. Check it out. They're really good.
Yep, show him some love.
Show us a
I
lot.
do just want to say thank you to Comics Bugle just whilst we're here and face to face, because like this last year, I completely changed the direction of the channel, and you guys have supported me every step of the way. Like, sometimes I take a month and do a massive 2-hour video rather than do a video each week, and you guys have supported me every step of the way in both that decision and also like through supporting the videos as well. So you're the best website in the EU. I love you guys. And I just want to say thank you for everything that you do.
Thank you very much.
We love you too.
No problem.
Thank you. Okay, so that was Maddock. Hi, Maddock. Give him like and subscribe. Okay, let's move forward. We have here question from a bugle named Tiro Pumala. And what are your favorite runs from Big Two and why? Maybe I will start with this one. So, from DC, Batman by Grant Morrison, no doubt about it. This is my favorite Batman run ever. And from Marvel, it will be Ultimate Spider-Man. Or like Peter Parker part, because I didn't read Miles Morales. Yes. What about you, Queto?
Same. For the Marvel, it's pretty same. Ultimate Spider-Man, because it's the run that because of that run, I came to collecting comic books again in the years, and it touched me. It touched me.
In the right places?
Yeah. But about the DC, from the DC, I will go with Hitman.
Nice choice.
I love Punisher, and Hitman, it's kind of similar, and I read it many years ago in Czech. I think Krev
Yes.
published it that time, and yeah, that's my Lobo.
Oh,
Lobo, crazy guy, big boss Lobo.
Big Boss Lobo.
Yeah.
Friggin'.
Again,
What about Europe?
DC is quite simple. It's the Green Lantern run from Gardenis.
Gardenis? Green Lantern?
Joe Jones. I'm tired.
But I will really like to read Green Lantern by Gardenis.
It would be very, very interesting.
It will be.
It was something like Punisher.
Yeah.
With
It will be something like Hitman.
Yes. Sorry, guys. It was the Green Lantern run from Joe Jones. I started my comic era with this run, and Marvel. I like the Star Wars. The Star Wars which are going
The new one, the
Canon.
latest. Yes,
The canon, yes,
yes.
yes. It's. I'm always very glad that something is from the Star Wars series come out.
Okay, okay, nice choices. And here we are with a best omnibus of this year by our choices. And it is Daredevil by Chip Zdarsky,
Yes.
Omnibus Volume 1. Also, we have closer look video about this book. Second volume will be released, I think, in January.
January, yes.
Yep.
So, it is this book. And yes, this is I think, the best book released this year. But there is a ton of great books released this year. It was really hard to pick just the one which
We had to pick one.
yes, we had to pick one. We will talk about the Hitman, we will talk about the Hellblazer, we will talk about a lot of other books. But yes, the Hitman by Daredevil
Hitman
by
by Zdarsky. Blind Hitman by Zdarsky. Not killing anyone.
yeah. Oh, read the book. No spoilers. Daredevil by Chip Zdarsky, Omnibus Volume 1. Really refreshing take on Daredevil, and me personally, I just love it.
Yes. It was one of the few omnibuses I read this year. So I'm looking forward for the volume 2.
In January.
Will he see?
We will see in January. And
We
for
will,
But he not.
we will, but will he?
but if you don't want to wait, you can also read the Event Omni, Devil's Reign
Devil's Reign.
Omnibus, which will take a part during the Volume 2 of Daredevil, Chip Zdarsky Omnibus. So yes, so we have actually 2 books from Daredevil run by Chip Zdarsky by now. So check them out. Really.
Yep. Cool stuff.
And let's move forward. We have here the last question for Alberto, and this is the question for you guys. So I will go chill, and the question is, what do you plan in 2025 regards of Comics Bugle?
Conquer the world.
World, whole world, universe.
Yes, your multiverse.
Oh.
No, it's a good question. We are planning a few things. A few things we don't want to talk about, and a few things we can talk about, of course. First of all, it will be the design refresh, not like redesign at all.
Of website.
Just the refresh, so the homepage and the site will look a little bit more cleaner, prettier, and some user experience stuff. So it's more comfortable and better to use for you guys. Some stuff behind the walls at the back end for us to make sure that the multiple orders with multiple release dates, etc., we can more effective or more time effective combine together. For example, if a customer buy in one order 2 pre-orders and 2 books in stock, and he has another pre-order 4 books that are releasing right now, then we will combine it together and send the 3 books together now, and the 2 pre-orders we will send when it's come due.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so the customer don't have to check the release date or etc. or make the multiple orders because of that, because we will do it for him.
Okay, and of course we will add more manga titles, because people are
We
asking.
are adding them right now. So
We are adding them also
in
now,
progress, yeah.
As we speak.
as we speak, but we are adding more in the future. We are adding more small, not small,
Trade paperbacks.
cheaper books to our website. We want to make some changes to our pre-order system. Details will follow. it will be very interesting for the people which order the books in the first. Okay, okay, and yeah, also other plans. So, guys, stay tuned.
Yeah, guys, stay tuned. There will be a lot of new things.
We are also upgrading the pay later option, which are pretty interesting for very large amount of our customers. So the pay later option will be more easier to use, easier to pay, etc., etc. So I'm really happy about it.
So stay tuned. There will be news. There will be new things in website. There will be a lot of new videos during the next year. So like and subscribe our channel. Stay tuned. We will talk about more books. We'll do some hot lists. We will talk about some interesting topics with comic books and manga.
We want to make some more interaction with our customers.
Yes.
So, guys, if you want something to change, or you want something for us to add to our website, please write us.
Yes, let us know.
Let us know.
Yes, don't be shy. Write us to the DMs in Instagram, to the Facebook. Write us to the comment section in YouTube, in Facebook, also Instagram and TikTok. We are pretty active in the social media and social networks. So, anything you have some ideas, don't be shy. Let us know. We will consider everything, and it will make sense. We will try our best to let it happen.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, that's basically it. That's basically all what we talk about. First of all, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your questions. And one of you will ask some questions to our will win and will get this beautiful book. Actually, the best omnibus of this year, Daredevil by Chip Zdarsky, Omnibus Volume 1. In the end of this video, you will see the winner. So, congratulations to you. You will see it in the end of the video. This book is you. And do you have some message to the end? In the end?
Yes, I would like to thank you guys for your support in the year of 24. We hope that you are glad that we are giving you the best experience you can now get in the comic book European business.
Yeah, we are trying our best.
Our best, yes. We would like to thank our guy in the US, Jamint, for his support.
Yeah, Stephen, thank you.
Stephen, thank you. We would like to reach out to Omar from Near Mint Condition. Thank you, Omar.
Thank you, Omar.
We would like to wish the best guys from World Comic Shop for cheap comics from Netherlands. Hi, Chris. And also Direct Market Comics in Poland. Wish you the very best, guys. Hope you get the good start in the business.
Yeah, Mad Dog.
Mad Dog, of course.
Mad Dog, yes.
Mad Dogs
From UK.
and all the people in this business.
Also, our friends from Omnibus Cafe, Facebook and Instagram page.
Yes. So Merry Christmas, big love, guys, and wish you the best year of 25 to all of you.
Yes. Yeah. So once again, thank you for watching. Like I said, don't forget to smash the like and subscribe button so you don't miss out any further videos. Yes. There will be plenty of them. And see you, Bugles.
Yeah. Yeah.